Hey, what's up guys? I'm BTC. Today I want to talk about two things. First is a popular topic that's going around, hero bans, and the second is a possible new competitive game mode called Captain's Mode. A prominent issue that seems to never go away is the existence of a stale meta that exists for months and months and months at a time. And often the same 7 or 8 heroes will dominate the game with a substantially higher pick rate than all of the other characters in the roster. Of course, Blizzard could do a series of buffs and nerfs, but usually this just ends up enforcing a different stale meta with a different 7 or 8 heroes. One of the solutions proposed to deal with this is to include a hero ban system for competitive. Just recently, Jeff Goodman did a developer interview stream, and he was talking about a bunch of the possible upcoming things that they've been discussing for Overwatch, and one of those things was the possibility of including a hero ban system. He mentioned that it's certainly something that is possible, but at this time, he believes that there simply aren't enough heroes in the game. Something important that needs to be emphasized is that when you're considering a hero ban system, there needs to be distinction between tournament level play and standard competitive ladder. I'm going to look at both of these separately as I think it needs to be done that way. I'll start with tournament. A lot of games in professional esports have a pick ban system, whether it's for heroes or maps or whatever. Their systems work extremely well in their own respective games, but would a hero ban system work in tournaments for Overwatch? I know this is being tested on an amateur level, but I have to agree with Jeff Goodman that right now there simply are not enough characters in the game for a hero ban to work. Looking at a game like Dota 2, the pick ban phase of the match is extremely important. I personally find it to be one of the more interesting aspects of tournament level play for Dota. It's kind of like a chess game before the game even begins. The reason why it works in Dota is because they have an incredibly large hero pool. Right now I believe it's 115. Something else that makes it possible is there is a great deal of overlap between characters. This means while a specific hero can be banned, an entire strategy cannot be banned. The enemy team could ban Nature's Prophet, but you can still run Tinker. They could ban Siren, and you can still run Phantom Lancer. They could ban Anti-Mage, and you can still run Juggernaut or Templar. Like, just because they ban a hero doesn't destroy that entire strategy. There are still other characters that will fulfill the roles that you need. In Overwatch, however, you can't really do that. If one team bans Reinhardt, then entire strategies are just thrown out the window because there's nothing that overlaps enough with what he can do. Orisa lacks the mobility, and if you're gonna run Winston, well, you're just gonna end up running Dive instead. The other issue is that teams at a professional level practice very specific strategies for every map. And if you ban a hero that's required for that strategy, then the team just has to throw it out the window entirely. That means that rather than practicing those specialized strategies, every team would just practice generic stuff on every map, and it would be even more bland than you might think it is now. So could a hero ban system work in tournaments, specifically Overwatch League contenders? Yes, it could, but it's going to require a lot more heroes than we have in the game right now. I'd say we'd need at least 20 more. Alright, so that's tournament level, but what about everyone else? Would a hero ban system work on the competitive ladder? The answer is no, absolutely not. At least in the standard competitive ladder format we have now. What we have now is best described as an all-pick system. That's when every player just uses whatever they want. It tends to be the most casual version of a competitive ladder. Even if they added another 100 heroes to the game though, I still don't think a hero ban system would ever be a good idea for the standard competitive ladder that we have now. It just wouldn't work. However, there is a variation of the competitive ladder that Blizzard could implement at some point in the future. It's called Captain's Mode. How it works is that when you're queuing for a competitive ladder match, you would decide what kind of match you want to go into. The all-pick that we have right now, or the Captain's Mode. That's how it works in Dota, although in that game there's even more options. Captain's Mode, Captain's Draft, all-pick, limited draft, single draft, all kinds of stuff. But for Overwatch, let's just limit it to all-pick and Captain's Mode. If you were to join an all-pick match, then it's the same as it is now. Everyone on both teams plays whatever they want. In Captain's Mode, each team would have one of the players assigned as the captain. This can be done in a variety of different ways. Most likely, the players would have to opt in and choose that they want to be the captain, and then maybe it's chosen at random, or maybe the highest ranked person, or some combination of all those different things. In any event, someone gets selected as the captain. And then, prior to the match starting, both teams would have kind of like an extended ready phase. The teams would discuss among themselves what kind of characters they each want to use, with every player saying, well, I'm good at this, and I'm good at this, and I can play support, and I can play tank, and whatever it happens to be. And whatever sort of general strategy they want to run gets decided. The captains of each team would then go through a pick-ban phase. Or perhaps, in Overwatch, more appropriately, it would be called a protect-ban phase. So you have the attacking team, defending team. Let's just use red captain, blue captain. The red captain starts by banning a hero, and neither team can use it. Then blue captain follows up by banning a hero of his own. Then red captain would follow up by protecting a hero. This just means that the blue team cannot ban that specific hero in the next phase. Then blue team would follow by protecting a hero of their own, and then they would go through one more ban phase. So red captain bans one, and then blue captain bans one. So you would end up with 4 characters that are banned and 2 that are protected. This is just an example, obviously, but I think you guys get the idea. After that's done, both teams would go to their normal, standard ready phase, and every player picks the hero that they're going to use. Then the match begins and carries on as normal. Players can switch off to whatever heroes they want, except they can't use the ones that were specifically banned. And I know someone's going to bring up, well, what if I'm only good at 2 or 3 heroes and they all get banned? Well, don't play Captain's Mode. Play the all pick, and then you can play whatever hero you want, and you don't have to worry about it getting banned. The Captain's Mode is for people that want a more structured format in the competitive ladder. It's not going to be for everyone. There was plenty of people that use all pick in Dota, but there's also a very large number of players that choose Captain's Mode because they like that more competitive structured format. But really, none of that even matters at this point because there simply aren't enough characters in the game for it to even work. And the same thing goes with the tournament version. There would need to be at least 20 more heroes before something like that could even be attempted. So in summary, for tournaments, yeah, hero ban could work, but we need more heroes. And for competitive ladder standard, no, it would never work, even if they added another 100 heroes. But if they added a Captain's Mode option for the competitive ladder, then yeah, it could work, but again, needs more heroes. So, would you like to see a Captain's Mode at some point if Overwatch had enough heroes for it? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Also, come hang out in my Discord server and my Twitch live stream. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to see what kind of cool VIP rewards you can get, check the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller because it's never your fault.